Darius will be ruled out. Everybody else, we will see how it goes today moving forward. So they're all making progress, and we'll see how it goes.
What do you need to see out of Kyler today?
Have a good day. Have a good day. He'll be out there today.
If Kyler is not able to go, in your experience, what's the key for a backup quarterback to step in and be able to excel in that role?
Have great command and operate well.
What have you seen from Jacoby this week in practice?
He's done that.
Jacoby, when he showed up, we asked him about trash talk. He said, not only do I not back down, I started. He said, I'm really competitive. What have you just seen out of his personality when he's on the field?
Yeah, he wears out Nick Rallis every day. So they go back and forth pretty good. Nick goes, I feel bad for Nick. He goes back with a bunch of guys. Trey McBride, the biggest one. Yeah, he's very competitive, ultra competitive, and he does not back down. That is correct, Paul.
Max missed last week. Will missed the previous couple weeks. Those guys seem like they're trending both towards playing. What would that do to kind of combat this big-time passing attack you guys are facing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously two guys that we feel really good about. I'm looking forward to those guys playing their brand of ball, helping us win.
You mentioned earlier in the week that you would never override Drew, and obviously you have two coordinators who both call plays. I'm curious, what are all of your responsibilities during a game? I imagine it's way more than we think. What are all the things that you're thinking about and managing during a game?
Yeah, it is more than probably you guys think, but it's not that complicated. The play callers, all three of them call the plays, and that's what we do.
Speaking of practice and competing, do you have fond memories going back to Philadelphia, the times where good against good, offense, defense, Shane and all that?
Yeah, he's a stud, man. I really do love the guy. But more so competing against each other, felt like we were in the foxhole with each other there, the two coordinators there. But really good football coach. We got a big-time challenge. He's got really good coaches over there. Thought he did a real good job assembling his staff when he got that job. And then obviously he's made some changes, but obviously Lou, a lot of experience, really good football coach. And then offensively, I've worked with a lot of those guys on that staff, and they do it the right way. They think about the game the right way. They're very creative. They problem solve. They know how to attack. It's a really good staff. Tom Manning, Alex Tanney, Sperano Jr. is over there too. Obviously, Jim Bob, was around Peyton Manning for a long time. Like they're on it. They are on it.
It was Bilal's first time playing in a game in a little over a year. How have you seen him respond, and maybe his body, the way he's
Yeah, awesome. Leading into the kind of the week of practice or during practice last week, took some shots and felt good. That was good to see. Every injury is different, and they're all significant. But when you're talking about, a neck that can get a little dicey at times, I would say, truthfully. And he's done a really good job. So he's ready to go, and I look forward to him playing again.
What about a guy like Will Hernandez? What did you see, and how's he kind of progressed after that game?
He's progressing well. So, I always call him sea legs. It's the first time you're out there, whether it was Kyler coming off the injury or, multiple guys have come in and out of the lineup. That's kind of we monitor that, and kind of each individual case is different. I know how many plays he played, but he had a good couple days here. We'll see how he does today. But you see him getting a little more comfortable every time he gets in his stance. You know what I mean? And that's typically what happens. The more you play coming off an injury, when you miss some time, just got to get back riding the bike, But he's doing well.
About Isaiah moving over from right guard to left guard, what did you see from him?
Yeah, it was good. You know what I mean? He's a guy that can play both spots, and some people, sometimes I forget Will right guard only. Not really. In New York, he played left guard too, So, the communication's different with what tackle you're with, Obviously, and you're in a different stance, you know, but Fry and Cookie do a good job of training those guys multiple spots. You know, Evan can play both spots, but, you know, I kind of liken it to a corner playing left and right. You know, you kind of got to be able to do both, but it is different. You know, I've had guys that they can't do it. But that's why we train them the way we train them, because it gives you some flexibility with, you know, pairing a spare or the best group out there or whatever the case may be. Now I'm thinking about corners. If you say, well, I play right corner. Well, you want to match? Yeah, well, if you want to match, you better be able to play left too, you know? So it just goes kind of down to how you train them and can they do it or not.
With Will, do you see him as Will Hernandez? Do you see him as a starter no matter who else is healthy on that group?
Yeah, what he's shown in you know, his past, and I thought that he took a good jump. But we evaluate that all the time, just like everyone's roles out there. But I thought he played pretty good, and we'll see how he does this week.
Earlier this week, you talked about Jacoby preparing like a starter, even though he's kind of in that backup role. If Kyler, for whatever reason, can't go this weekend, how nice of a luxury is it to have a guy like Jacoby who you can kind of just drop into the lineup and, you know, he can orchestrate the show?
Yeah, I mean, you feel comfortable about it. He's played a lot of ball, you know what I mean? He's started a lot of games before, you know what I mean? And he's been here. It's not like, you know, we just grabbed him this week or last week. You know, he's been here through the whole program, off-season program and training camp and all that. So he operates well.